Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of The World of Kia. So excited today to have another HBCU grad in the house. Now this young lady we met about 2 years ago. We were actually volunteering for, it was kind of like an HBCU Love Day situation at Environmental Charter High School in Mondale, California, where my soror Brandy is high up in leadership, and she always brings the HBCU experience to California by having a lot of us alum go and speak to the kids or be on panels or whatnot. Great experience. And last year I met her and I was so in awe of the things she did. And I just remember thinking throughout the year, like, why didn't I get her contact information? Why didn't I get the link to her books? I'm so excited about it. I tell everybody I know about it. And then this year, luckily enough, she was right there again. We were on the same panel. So I'm so excited to introduce to you the speaker, the traveler, the social worker extraordinaire and author, Miss Tiffany Hurd.
Hey, thank you so much for having me. I love that intro. That's good.
Well, you were so amazing and Black excellence, honey. Like, you live it, you breathe it, you do it, you move it, and I love it. And I'm so thankful for people like you in this world, because that's how our culture lives on in the way it's supposed to.
Absolutely.
So tell us a little bit about yourself. Let's start off with, how about your HBCU experience? Tell them the school you went to.
Okay. I know we have another HBCU alum in the house, but I'm going to say that I went to the best HBCU, which is Howard University. And so I had an untraditional career into the HBCU world. And so I went there for grad school. So my major is social work, but you probably would have thought I was an undergrad, because I was like, you cannot go to an HBCU campus and not be involved. So I made sure I was like student council president of the School of Social Work, homecoming committee, alternative spring break. We went to Chicago, went to South Africa. And so I really made sure that my experience was enriching, because I feel like on the HBCU campus, that's what it's there for. You're there to get involved and to evolve to be who you are to become, or who you are in the future.
I love that. And I'll let you have that best HBCU since you're a guest today. It's okay. But I'm here for Howard, you know. Howard has done a lot of great things with Taraji, Chadwick. A lot of beautiful Black excellence came from Howard. I feel like clearly, you know, all the Alpha chapters is there, right? What you want to tell the people? You agree?
Yes. So I'm part of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. And so I'm excited to be a part, just talking about the HBCU experience. And as the sisterhood was very, and I think that was what I enjoyed about our panel this year. It was, I think everybody was Greek on the stage that day. So I think it was exciting to kind of talk about our journey, because we do, everybody has a different journey. And I think I come from the experience. Sometimes you're like, oh, I wish I could do it this way or that. But I guess I'm the one to say it can be done differently. And so that's the exciting part about our journeys in life.
I love that. And I got to say shout out to my Aunt Shirley. She is the Zeta, honey.
Okay.
Hey, soror. Yes. Everybody knows her nose, the baby. But yes, I'm so excited to have you here today, because the main thing is I wanted to get into these books. But before we get into the books, I want to dive a little bit into you as a traveler and world traveling curator. Like, tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, so my company is called Hues of Africa, but a little bit before that, I was a solo traveler. So I don't know, are you into solo trips?
So I will say I'm not, but I kind of am, because I've done them, especially like for work trips. You know, especially if you're going by yourself to do work, you're clearly solo traveling.
Yes, exactly. So you can still count it. We gonna count you as a solo traveler. And so as a solo traveler, I love going out and being by myself. And I say that because I think the misconception about solo travel is you're by yourself. But I come to find out that is far from the truth. I often meet more people when I'm on my solo trips. Okay, but out of the solo trips, people are like, hey, I want to travel with you. And I'm like, all right, well, put your money where your mouth is and let's see if we can get this started. And so that's how Hues of Africa evolved. So I remember one of my friends said, hey, I want to go to Ghana. And I'm like, okay, cool, let's go. You got some other people you want to go. And so that's how we started our first trip right before the pandemic. And we had so much fun. Unfortunately, obviously, the pandemic shut everybody down, especially travel. And so we didn't get a chance to, do anything for the 2 years. But then after that, we started rolling back again. And so this year we're in Tanzania, Ghana, and Egypt. So join us if you can. We have so much fun. Our last group trip was in December. And when I tell you we had so much fun, I had so much fun. I think it's all about who you bring. So when you bring good, positive energy, then the trip is just going to flow like it's supposed to. And I absolutely love bringing people along back to the motherland. I think that's very important.
Yes, motherland, which I just got back from it. And rambling up, this is one of my little pieces I got when I was in the motherland. I was like, oh, she's cute. Let me get a little one too. And we like to always rep for where we're from. For real, right?
Exactly. So wait, what part did you go to?
I flew South Africa.
South Africa, okay.
Johannesburg and Cape Town.
Okay. So, which one did you like better?
So it's interesting because I was here for Johannesburg when it came to going out and shopping, to the club and things like that. Because I felt a little more welcome. But Cape Town, just outside, out in the grass with the people.
Cape Town is beautiful.
Yeah, it was given to me. And I kept meeting Americans that just lived there. I moved here last year because I was over it.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay. And then they'd be like, oh, I went to HBCU, or oh, I'm Greek. And I'm like, that is crazy.
Exactly.
I don't know. I like it. I'm just here for anything Africa.
Right. Actually, we went to South Africa with Howard. Shout out to Alternative Spring Break, and shout out to it being free. Okay.
Oh.
So they pay for everything. We went down there for 10 days, and as I mentioned before, my degrees are in social work, so we shadowed other social works in South Africa. Nice. So it was very interesting to see their perspective versus our perspective. Went to Parliament, and so definitely feel like South Africa is beautiful. But I do want to go back to Johannesburg because I did not make it there. It was all in Cape Town.
See, and I got to get to Ghana. My good sis Cree, she was on the podcast not too long ago. She goes to Ghana often with Bridge to Africa Connection. And she's there now, actually. And I'm like, at some point in time, I've got to get there. Not just for the December, but just to
Ghana is awesome. I started off in Ghana in undergrad. And so I went for about 6 weeks. And so for me, it's full circle to bring people back. My journey started, so many years ago. And I'm still friends with those girls today. It was about maybe 10, 12 of us. And how many years later, we still get together, for brunches and lunches. Hey girl, how you doing? And it's like we fall in place like we never left each other. And so to me, I think starting that group trip was important to bridge over to how I do my group trips. I want people to come back and build those connections. You never know what you're gonna build on. I had one of the girls that just came back. She was like, oh yeah, me and another girl, we went salsa dancing this weekend. And so these are the connections. That's something small, but these are connections that hopefully you have for a lifetime. And so that's the group atmosphere to me is great. Although I love the solo trips, I think you able to be like, hey, do you remember when that happened? Do you remember this joke? Do you remember this food? Do you remember this outing? So I think the connection portion of group trips are very important.
I love anything with a connection. Mm-hmm. Welcome to the world of Kia, where you get to see everybody in my world.